If anyone deserved to see the rare hockey game that was Operation Hat Trick, it was the people in southern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Without the NHL, and therefore the Flyers to the west and the Devils and Rangers well to the north, the hockey options for local residents are scarce. The former occupants of the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, the Boardwalk Bullies of the ECHL, left town almost a decade ago, a year after winning a Kelly Cup title in 2003. The Philadelphia Phantoms, the American League farm club for the Flyers, and a team that shared the big club's practice rink, last year moved to Adirondack in upstate New York. The closest professional team now would be the Reading Royals of the ECHL, which is AA hockey, about 200 kilometers to the west of AC in Pennsylvania. There is no such thing as major juniors in the region, and aside from the occasional American League special event visit, it's 260K to the closest AHL team in Hershey. Under normal circumstances, without a work stoppage, the NHL endlessly promotes its players and all of their charitable efforts. It's good for business. In lockout mode, however, no promotion, not a mention of this game on NHL.com, and no live television coverage. The business here was charity, but promoting the players in this case meant potentially impacting the CBA public relations battle, an unfortunate dynamic the participants opted to ignore. Charity was the focus, while the lockout was the elephant in the room.
And obviously, we're disappointed and frustrated about what's going on with the CBA, but I think all of us here today and are participating this weekend are very excited about the opportunity to help out a great cause. And to be honest, that's what our main focus is right now, and we're going to have a great time doing it. And to be honest, I think we're all excited to get on the ice with each other again right now and have some competitive fun. So I think that's where everyone's at right now.
The flip side? Without the work stoppage, there would have been no Operation Hat Trick. No unique event for hockey fans who normally wouldn't get a chance to see this all-star collection of sorts, and for fans who don't trek or can't afford to trek regularly to Philadelphia for the NHL. Caesars Entertainment, who handled ticket sales and operations for the event without compensation, had to wait until nearly the last minute to give the final go-ahead.
If the hockey talks continued to stall, we knew we had a window. We had probably 8 days, and we have an unbelievable group of people that just looked at each other, and I think every detail is ironed out. We got, tickets on sale. The one mistake I made, I think, was not pricing the tickets higher, but it's always after the fact. You can always second guess yourself, but it came together really well, and it's exciting, and we got unbelievable NHL talent here.
Unions get a bad rap from a portion of the population, and politics often run deep in those organizations. In this case, politics were thrown out the window. Everyone, union or not, electricians, cleaning people, cameramen, tickets, off-ice officials, on-ice officials, etc., all worked for free. Meanwhile, the players flew in from overseas and from all over North America.
A lot of people wouldn't expect a player from Montreal Canadiens and a Toronto native to show up at an event like this, but to be honest with you, we're all in this together, and I think that it speaks volumes, especially with what the players are going through right now, to show up here and really appreciate the people, the real heroes, and, the police officers, the firefighters. I mean, these are the people, these are the heroes, and, for us to come out here and show our support and, for the fans, I think it's great. It's great for the city.
The NHLers had the opportunity to reestablish some hockey camaraderie with friends and foes, known and unknown. Fierce Atlantic Division rivalries were set aside.
We leave that on the ice. You play hard during the season, and I'm sure there's some Ranger players or fans that aren't too fond of me, but we come here to be together. This is a bigger cause than anything. And in the summer, half of us are buddies, and hockey's a sport where we've all either trained together along the way or have met up, but everyone is here together for the cause, and it's going to be a lot of fun to get some guys like PK said I haven't met that are going to be here, so have only played against. So at the end of the day, it's going to be nice to get to meet different players in the league and get to go on the ice with them.
The charitable element and the big event factor was a bonus for the players, who otherwise would have been playing amongst themselves somewhere else, likely in an empty or near-empty building.
It's fun for us to do this stuff, and we love doing it. This was a great feeling tonight to get back out and see the fans, and for the cause that we know how important it is for the people in this area.
One longtime area hockey fan whose working relationship in broadcast production and otherwise dates back to the Broad Street Bullies of the 1970s is John Glassy. During Hurricane Sandy, the bay he lives next to ended up in his house. He's still rebuilding.
Well, I was happy that it was still here because I had to walk past about 8 blocks of homes that I knew were going to be condemned, and there was a distinct smell of gasoline from all the boats and the docks that were in the middle of the street. But it was the worst I've seen it, and I've lived here 36 years in this house, and I've lived in this area over 60 years, so it was a pretty strong storm.
As a diehard hockey man who still plays in a weekly pickup game at his local rink, Glassy would like to see the NHL and NHLPA's relationship rebuilt. He believes fans here miss the entertainment, the distraction, the pastime of following the sport, particularly in these difficult times, as much as anyone, anywhere.
It was kind of nice that that New York's region and the Philadelphia region, South Jersey region all got together and supported this game at the Boardwalk Hall. It was a phenomenal game, a lot of fun, showed a lot of people that Atlantic City was still open, and it showed that we're all in this together because the Jersey Shore from here to New York was devastated by this storm. And so hockey was great, and hockey was a diversion for one night, and they raised a lot of money and showed a lot of people that we're still open for business and that people care.
Well, let's hear from the players, fans, and supporters of Operation Hat Trick, presented by Caesars Atlantic City and the Atlantic City Convention and Visitors Authority. This is Hockey with Heart.
Will hockey recover from its man-made economic devastation? That question presently goes unanswered. But for now, those in the path of Sandy are doing much, much better, thanks in part to some genuine hockey people. At this moment, the exact total raised from this event is unknown. But given the ticket sales and the online game-used equipment auction at Steiner Sports, it's a safe bet the effort will eclipse $500,000, likely with room to spare. Consider that 3 days after the game, the winning bid for a Henrik Lundqvist goalie mask in a similar Sandy auction was $66,000. From those who weathered the storm, thank you to all involved for Operation Hat Trick.